good evening, and welcome to Conversations with Entrepreneurs. I am your host, Alethea Brown with Mahogany Productions, and I'm joined here with our panel of co-hosts. Let's start with you tonight, Chanel
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chanel Varner, founder and CEO of Moonglade Travel.
and Dion.
Hey everybody, this is Dion Jones, Abe Lever Consulting. So happy you could be with us tonight and we could be with you.
And Jeff.
Everybody, nice to see you. It's Jeff White with Yes We Did Virtual Learning Center. Happy to be here as always.
Well, tonight, you guys, we're going to talk about what is a business shower and why we should support them. So, Chanel, since you have more knowledge about what it is, I'll let you start that off tonight. She didn't know that was coming.
I didn't. So we recently heard about, to me, it was news to me, a business shower with one of our recent guests mentioned a business shower. We were talking about ways to support entrepreneurs and small business owners. And the conversation came up about, we have baby showers or bridal showers when, someone is expecting a baby or getting ready to get married. The same thing goes for businesses. This is our baby that we're, getting ready to launch, or this is the next step that we're getting ready to take in our journey or along our path. So why not support? Why not throw a shower? Why not celebrate? Why not, support each other when they're starting businesses? So it's a thing called business showers. And it's a way for us to have that celebration. People throw actual parties. They rent venues, they have beverages, and they decorate, and they have entertainment. And I thought it was just a super cool, neat idea in a fairly, in my opinion, easy way or intentional way to support entrepreneurs. And what I found just doing some research on the topic is that it's not just money. We hear often that the financial barrier of starting a business, that's definitely nice, but then also resources, being able to bring your services. Maybe you offer personal assistant services, or maybe you offer website design services, or whatever it is that you bring as far as resources to the table to help that entrepreneur. We know statistics show that businesses that start usually fail within the first 18 months, 1 to 3 years. Or I'm not sure what that current stat is, but that's critical. So if we're able just to bring that information and that knowledge to the table, I think is just a huge support to really help propel a business as they get started. So I thought that was super cool. And I definitely think it's something that we need to embrace amongst each other. And just another way to support businesses. Another thing that I saw when researching business showers is not just gifts for the businesses or buying products from a business. But what if I'm a service-based business, which I am a service-based business? Another thing that I saw is bringing gifts for the actual entrepreneur. We talk all the time about how we're wearing so many hats and we're going, but sometimes maybe I just want a massage. Or sometimes I just want, a spa day or a mental health day, or maybe it's a really good book that maybe helped you along your journey that you think may help the entrepreneur along theirs as well. So just be creative and think about ways that we can pour into each other and support small businesses through a business shower.
Dion.
I listen, Chanel, just even as you were talking, just kind of my very natural lane and the work that I've done for 30 years, it just really, everything comes through. What a great way to affect the psyche for a new entrepreneur is to throw them a business shower and just encourage them and just show support right at the beginning. And it can give them a good gauge to go by. It can be something to propel them in the tough times. They can remember this moment that it was created. Such a good idea for even the mental health of the entrepreneur to throw them a business shower, to celebrate. And you use this word intentional, and just to be very intentional and just celebrate them right at the beginning and share. And I'm like you, Chanel, when the brother said it on the show, Jeff White, I just thought to myself, man, I'm dumb. I should have been done thought of something like this. You know what I mean? I got children and people in places and things. I've been to all kind of showers, baby showers, bridal showers. I've been to every kind of shower known to man. And it was just one of the most simply profound things I had heard. So innovative, so smart. And it does great for the heart and the soul of the entrepreneur as they get ready to tread their path and get their journey going. And yes, Chanel, I love the whole personal effect, not just something for the business, but the business is the man or the woman. That's the business. And do something for them too. And I don't think it's an ego stroke. I think it's just very encouraging. I think it's just very, it's just propelling and it's exhorting and it pushes and it imparts stuff too. That's the word that came to me too when you said that. It imparts stuff. You give of your substance to this person that's getting ready to build their own business. This is just I just think this is one of the just most genius things I've heard recently. And we're so resilient. We're so creative. We're so innovative. And I can't wait to talk to the Chanel. You seem to be an expert, but your friends that are the experts as well. I can't wait to talk to them. I mean, this just seems like a no-brainer to me. I don't know why we wouldn't ever do this all the time ever again. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. But even like you said, Deon, I think motivation and inspiration. I think getting married and having a baby are scary. Those are life-changing, events that happen in anyone's life. And to be able to celebrate that, to be able to encourage or inspire or motivate someone, like say, hey, look, I know it's hard. We know it's hard. I mean, look, we talk about it every week. But to have somebody come and cheer for you, oh my gosh, I needed one 6 years ago. Just
I wish somebody would have definitely thought of this 30 years ago. Good God.
To say you can do it, you got it. And here's, I have your back. And we talked about, support isn't always financial. We get that, but there are so many other ways that we can pour into each other. And I think this is just a brilliant, brilliant tool to do so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest, I've never heard of this before. And so usually I can, bring something to the table as far as conversation, but I got nothing tonight. Only thing I can honestly say is who don't like a good party? We like to party. We don't even need a real reason to party. It's almost like that old joke, you see a group of us standing and then one start running and everybody start running. If we know there's a party, we're going to show up. Oh, it's a party? Let's go. Let's kick it. So we'll come to a business party and then a business shower, I should say. And then we'll contribute whatever, we need to do. And Chanel, you have some great ideas. Like I said, I never even heard of this until, Terrell came on. Shout out to Terrell. And I'm like, wow, massages, little things like that for people, even like little gas cars for their car, for their vehicle. If you got a food truck, can you imagine just getting gas cars for your food truck? Come on, just little things like that is just amazing. I love the idea. And even then at the shower is just a support because you can share it on social media. You can do live and it's like, oh, wow, this is like the happening place to be. Let me find out more about this business because it's like everybody's excited about this new business and this business shower. I wish I was there. It's little things like that can just really hype it up and just get it boosted out there. So I think it's just a great idea. And it's just a great way just to get people excited about business because we need more of that excitement about, us starting businesses and getting those businesses out there. So, I love the idea and the concept. And I think it could just help in so many different ways, just everybody. It could even inspire other people to, to maybe start their own business. Because if you're going to be at a shower, you're going to be around other people. You guys are going to be talking and socializing and talking about business or anything because it's a business theme. So you can get people really excited. And it's almost like another way to network and have fun at the same time because it's still going to be a party. So, it's just a wonderful idea. It's a fantastic idea. I love it.
I agree. Like you were saying, people starting businesses, and you could have been thinking of it for a while, but everyone's nervous right before they get to that launch day. Like, this is really happening. Like, I'm really doing this. And to have people there, they're not only supporting you, but bringing that support to your business, whatever method that they can, supporting you. And like Chanel said, even like the little small things, the massage, or like Jeff said, with the gas card. So these are little different things that can help people reach milestones that they will struggle through the first year that they're in business. And that's a good idea to support that idea. So I think it's good. I think it's good. Like Chanel and Jeff and Dion have said, I never heard of no business shower before. So, but yeah, it's definitely good. And it's something that we definitely want to support. And we have an entrepreneur's kit that we're going to share. We will be putting our link up for business registrations on our Facebook page. And the link will also be on Instagram, and you can register your business. And the 1st of October, we will pick a business for Entrepreneur Kit. And then we'll start from there. In the end of each month, we're going to try to do another drawing and provide an entrepreneur kit until we start seeing some showers jump off around here. So I think it's a good idea. If you're starting a business, it's a nice way not to feel overwhelmed. I think it'd be nice if they surprise them with it. You show up one day and you just have these people coming through the door, and everyone knows what you might need. That would be too cool. I think that would be too cool. Dion, I think it looked like he was getting ready to say something and he was muted.
I listen. I don't mean to just keep going and going and going. We decided it was gonna be kind of short and sweet even tonight, but it's things like this that they really just get my mind sharp, because they are like I had never heard of it, and when I heard it, I couldn't believe I had never heard of it, because it just seemed like the most practical and applicable thing to do. And yes, Jeff White, we look for reasons to party and celebrate. In my mind, Jeff, I'm entertaining just creating holidays and all kind of stuff around these business showers. Just all kind of stuff. Holidays, I mean, just make them a birthday. We always come back to it's like a church anniversary. Chanel was talking about you have singing and you have people that come in entertainment. Man, this is one of those things. These kind of things just really get my mind, because it's so simple. And I was really like, I cannot believe I've never heard this. This makes so much sense. It was such a good thing, but to wear a ball, it's great.
Yeah, I'm curious if anyone else has done this. Like, if people watching or listening, have they ever heard of it? Have they ever done it? If they have, leave us a comment and let us know, because this is new for us too.
Yeah,
but if you've done it, let us know, because I'm curious about it myself. And I have to give you guys a shout out, because you guys helped me, sponsors of my camps. But it's not the same as a business shower, because a lot of people sponsor, but a business shower, I think, can take things to a whole nother level too. So, it's different ways of support, but I think a business shower is something unique that everybody can really get into and just enjoy.
Yeah. So, and then I said that, was going to put a link out there for business to register, so we can do the monthly thing that we're going to kick off in October. But if you're watching and someone that's an entrepreneur, even if they've already started, let them know. Send us information about them, and we'll see what we can do to get them on that list and, gain additional support for their businesses. So the biggest thing that we're looking is just to make sure that the businesses have the resources that they need to get through that first year. So supporting them, even on Facebook, when you're forwarding their pages or anything that they're talking about their business, I always tell people it's nice if you forward it. But if you forward it and you kind of give it a little bit of a plug or just a shout out, then people be like, oh, she knows them. Okay, then they'll take the time to go to the people's pages and look at what they're doing and see what they're offering in their business. It's just those small little different things can make such a big difference in a lot of the small business that we have coming up, especially in the Black community. I think that's something we should definitely try to keep a habit of doing and be consistent about it, because you never know who's struggling.
Look, real fast, fam. What another great way to sow into the psyche of the Black community, even Black business, and just the Black community. What another great way to sow into it in something really good, really positive, and just what another awesome way. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm big on the whole thing saying that virtual Black Wall Street. That's my mindset. Can't burn that down. So, creating that virtual Black Wall Street. We want to know the Black businesses that are out there so they can get support. Everybody, haven't really figured out how to get the reach outside of their community yet. And this is an opportunity, if you know someone, to help us, allow us to help them get people to know the name of their business and what they offer.
Or also, if you have a service or a resource that you want to contribute, I think if anyone's listening and want to, I think it would be great to have a pool of each, and we can kind of be those matchmakers to match someone who has a specific need with someone who has a service that they're willing to contribute as well. Another thought, just startup costs. Some businesses have lower startup costs, some have higher startup costs, but just general things like office supplies, or maybe it's a gift card to Staples. Who knows? You may need paper, you need a printer. Those little things, those things add up. And when you're starting out, before you start to even generate revenue and sales, it's difficult to cover those minor expenses as well. So even little things like that, I think are important to think about when we're talking about baby showers, business showers, because your baby is your business.
Same thing. Yes. Yes. Chanel, I got a great story for this. I was at the beach on vacation one time, and I had just started my consulting with the mental health, and I had to send in some notes to the state. And so the only resource I had was the local library at Myrtle Beach. I went to the library, Jeff White, and I printed off 100 and something pages. It ended up costing me like $47 from the library. I immediately thought, I'm going home to buy me a printer today. When we go back, I'm not going to be using nobody else's printer. So yes, Chanel, paper, pens, paper clips, whatever. I promise you it'll help any entrepreneur start anything. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That stuff adds up. Don't talk about a website, and I'm not sure whatever industry you're in, any type of software you need to run your business. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I think a lot of people don't think about those things. They have the idea and they're ready to launch, but it's like, oh, wait. I need a website. I'm going to need, this system. I'm going to need a computer, whatever it is that you're going to need to successfully run your business. I'm going to need a camera if I want to be a photographer. Those things cost money. And until you start to make money, what does it say? It takes money to make money. So yeah, I think those are things that we should think about and supporting. And then not even in the beginning. I mean, we have years of experience, but we still hit roadblocks. And it's like, man, I sure could use a business shower this month. But just being intentional about that continued support on many different levels, or any level, I think is important.
Yeah, I mean, as simple as you could give somebody a $10 Facebook ad coupon type thing.
And you know what? I know it's things that you don't think about until you're in the business. And I'm gonna show you guys one right now. And just, Chanel, just listening to you talk, this made me realize I've gone through so many of these cords. Can y'all see that? This the cord that my USB, the cord for my internet, my Ethernet cord. I used to do wireless on my computer, but it doesn't work, so I had to get a cord. I go through these cords like it's water, and these cords cost money because I have to put it up every night. But it's little things like that that you don't think about until you're in the business. Like, well, I got to get another cord. It's little things that you don't think about as a business owner. So at a business shower, especially if you're a business owner, you could be like, you know what? I know he gonna need this. I know she gonna need this somewhere down the line. Let me go and just slide this over to them. They ain't gonna think about it right now, but in about 6 months, they'll be like, oh my God, I got one. Because they gave it to me at the business shower. So there's little things like that that you don't think about. But, as a business owner ourselves, we know what we can provide them that they're gonna need, because when you first start in a business, you don't know half the stuff that you're gonna need. You have no clue, none. Even like Dean, I talking about the printer. It's little things that you just don't realize that you're going to need until you need it. And you may not even have the money to get it at the time. So now you're going to be stuck.
Jeff, I think it's your computer and not the cords. But on that note, I think when I first started.
He did it. See?
You left the door open.
Yeah, there's an uppercut.
That's a good point.
Nothing sacred. No time is sacred.
He's happy to hear that
Julie's
before he
not
jump
here.
off.
Julie's not here. Those are big shoes to fill. So shout out to Julie. Seriously, before I had kids, when I would go to baby showers, I would buy the cute little infant clothes. I'm like, they're gonna be out of that in a matter of days. So now I buy size 4 diapers. Baby ain't gonna be in size 4 for months, but when they need it, you have it. So that's a good point, Jeff. Buying for the future or supporting for future needs and not just the immediate needs. I think it's a good point.
Yeah, I agree, Chanel. There's like a whole bunch of stuff you don't think that you need. Like even something simple as a whiteboard to keep up with your task. You know, people don't think about that. It's like when you're working, you got that board in your cubicle. But then when you go to your business, you start thinking, oh man, I wish I had, what I had in my cube. Wish I had it in my office, what I had in my cube.
But think about like QuickBooks. You may not even
Yeah.
be thinking that you're going to need something like that type of software to manage your books, or I mean, all types of things. Like I said, the list can go on and on, but there's several things that we need to start a business. I ran into a business owner not too long ago, and she just opened up a muffin shop and had everything. Store's running great. The one thing that she does not have is a sign. That's literally, she just needs a sign outside of her establishment. Can you imagine if we all came together and gave $100 or, whatever, or if there was a sign company that we knew locally that we can make that connection to, just simple things like that.
Yeah, the resources, it makes you think back in the day with the different communities. And Jeff, you might know what I'm getting ready to talk about because you probably watch it. I don't know if Chanel does, but they got the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like a little episode, like a little series that they're doing. And then one of them, he's trying to save his family's boat. And he asked his sister, he says, there were some people that owed their parents money. And he started calling and people started showing up. They showed up with paint. They showed up with nails. They showed up with hammers. Like they was ready. They was ready to support whichever way that they needed it. And I think, people used to do it back in the 60s and 70s. They did rent parties, and stuff like that. So you have all these, man, it's coming to me, Chanel. It's like, it took a half hour, but
Yeah.
covered. But yeah, like they had rent parties and little different things. The community came together. It's like we need to start going old school to make sure that we are thriving in our Black businesses.
That's so true. I didn't even think about, like, we've had paint parties. I hate painting. If somebody can tape off for me, I'll paint all day. But simple things like that, paint parties, moving parties, come over, help me pack, help me move, I'll feed you, we're gonna have drinks, put on some music. So like you said, Jeff, just looking for a reason to get together. But then also there's a purpose behind what we're coming together for, but we need all hands on deck. So to have that support is critical. Good point.
Another thing, just thinking, a lot of us, I'm including myself, we don't like help and we don't want to ask for it. So I think Dee said a surprise party. Who said that? One of y'all said a surprise business shower. That would be a really cool thing because a lot of times we don't want to ask for help. We're afraid to ask for it. We're afraid people are going to say no. Is it like a sign of weakness? But even like a surprise business shower would be amazing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, someone do me a surprise business shower, I gladly accept it. Would I want to set it up myself? Probably not, but I'm being honest, I probably wouldn't, but I would gladly take it if someone is gonna, offer it. So it's little things like that we can think about, even just being proactive and doing it for someone else. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, and you touched base on something too, because they're pride. People, just have pride because they don't want to hear the naysayers. So if they are struggling with something with their business and have different business needs, it's hard to communicate them because of pride. If you're going through something, you don't want people to throw negative stuff at you. So, those are the people you probably really want to watch for, to see, even if they're not asking, just something you want to help them out. Tell them, you was on my mind, you was on my heart today. I thought I'd bring over a ream of paper. It could be something as simple as that. So I definitely agree with you on that one, Jeff.
And I don't think it needs to be as lavish as I described as far as having a band and a bar and all that stuff. I mean, that would be nice. If somebody's gonna throw me one, please, I want champagne flowing and mimosas and all that stuff. But it doesn't need to be that dramatic. Like you said, Jeff, it could be something as simple as, like, Alethea, I love what you're talking about of these business kits that we're gonna put together and just, surprise somebody with or mail out to someone. Any little bit helps. I think the key here is just being intentional about it.
Definitely. So we are going to, again, remind people that you'll be able to find a link to register a business on our Facebook page. So it will be available tomorrow, and it will stay, we'll post it and make it just, it'll constantly be at the top of the feed. So every time you go to the page, it'll be right there. It'll also be on our website, which is conversationswithentrepreneurs.net. And if you have any other questions about this particular show and this topic, feel free to inbox us. We check our messages regularly. And so we'll be more than happy to follow up with you and help you with ideas, or, put that person on the list for the monthly gift that we'll start giving out on starting October. So I'm going to give Jeff a chance. Jeff very rarely ever goes forward with last words first. So let Jeff do last words first.
I love the idea, as I said, and I think that we just need to have more businesses, period. I think our community is in dire need of more businesses, so we can just, hire ourselves, because that would really bring our unemployment numbers down. Because they always talk about unemployment numbers and they show different races and everything, and ours is usually higher than others. One reason why is because we don't have enough businesses that we can hire ourselves. And I think that if we could, that would be a tremendous help to our communities overall. And you never know how it could impact a young person to go to a business shower. What if I'm trying to think, if I ever went to a business shower as a teenager or even as a younger preteen, how would that impact me? Like, wow, they starting a business. This is exciting. Oh, I want to start a business. You never know how it could impact the entire community. So I think we need to just look into doing this, and I think it could help us in more ways than we could ever imagine as a community. So I love this idea and this concept, and it all comes back to us helping and supporting each other. There's a law saying we all can't be successful, and if we all throw each other business showers, we will all become successful. So I love the idea, and it's just another way for us to unify and to elevate our communities.
I agree. Chanel?
So yeah, I'm just gonna have to agree with Jeff. I think it's just another avenue for us to be intentional about supporting each other. It doesn't take much. I mean, I think we're making it sound a little bit more complicated than it really is. But at the end of the day, like you said, Jeff, we are starting businesses and we also need support. And that support could just be advice. Like I said, just us sharing our experiences and what we know and learn. That's a gift. Time, talent, and treasure are all gifts that we could share with an inspiring or an entrepreneur who's starting out. So let's definitely have some business showers and support each other.
You guys taught me about Canva. I knew nothing about Canva, seriously, and you guys were talking casually. It was a casual conversation about Canva. And I remember Julie said, I'm an expert at Canva. I'm like, Canva, let me find out what this Canva crap is. Never heard of it. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So it's just sharing ideas. And now I'm a Canva expert myself. But it's just sharing those ideas is a wonderful thing that we have to do with each other.
You on alone, Jeff, because I tiptoed through some freebie trial thing with Canva, and my Canva didn't look like Chanel's Canva when Chanel did the Canva. And then when I started tweaking what she had did in Canva, I was like, oh, I got this now. Canva's my go-to. I can do anything with Canva, make videos, everything. So it's like those little resources can help small businesses, entrepreneurs tremendously. If you have a niche for that, then that's your gift. That's your gift. There's so many different ways that we can use those gifts. And hey, turns out it can be a side business for you too. So then that side hustle turned into your business by just reaching out and helping some people out. In fact, if you're thinking about it, graphic designs and want to do something, put your name on our messenger on Facebook. And as we get the business links, show us some of your samples and we'll see if we can help you grow that little side hustle into your entrepreneurship dream. So this has been a great show. Chanel is going to definitely get us coordinated with part 2. And we'll bring some experts up here that won't veer off the way we did. They're going to keep it straight on topic. And we'll try not to hem them up. But we look forward to you following up with us again. And we really enjoy coming out here every week. Hopefully we are motivating you and inspiring you either in your entrepreneurial journey or inspiring you to start one for whatever desire you feel you may have. There is no other place we'd rather be than out here sharing the knowledge that we're gaining constantly as entrepreneurs ourselves. So we greatly appreciate you. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, or if you prefer to listen to us, then you can also catch us on iTunes, Conversations with Entrepreneurs. And we look forward to seeing you again here next week. It will be another great show. Thank you. Good night.